to Stellar Vibes with Ashley. I have my special guest, Melissa.
Hello.
Um, so Melissa, how are you feeling today?
I'm feeling okay.
Yeah, it took us a while to get ready and get prepared, but we're here to talk about Melissa and her birth chart and her sun sign and moon sign. So, Melissa, tell us your birthday.
December 18th, 1982.
All right. So, are you familiar with astrology?
Yeah, I'm not familiar with it, but I'm curious.
All right. So, I did do a little research on your birth chart. Unfortunately, we don't have a specific time for your birth, so we're just gonna focus more on the sun sign and the moon sign. Do you understand the sun and the moon sign?
No, not really.
You. So, like, the sun sign is pretty much your core personality. For instance, I'm born on October 28th, so my sun sign is Scorpio. So you're born on December 18th. So of course your sun sign is Sagittarius.
Right.
So the sun sign is pretty much what everybody's familiar with. They just don't realize what it
Oh,
is.
I
And then your moon sign is like your inner self, like your emotional self. Like my moon sign is Capricorn. And when I did yours, it looks like your moon sign is Aquarius. So we're gonna dive deep into those and talk about it so you'll get a better understanding of it. So do you understand your Sagittarius traits?
some of it I agree with, some of it I don't. Like like for instance, people like to come up to me, "Oh, you're a Sagittarius? Oh, you crazy."
You
Trust
know
me, if
what?
I
I used to think that too about Sagittarius people. Like, I don't know what it is, but like I used to have friends who are Sagittarius and like nothing good happened towards the end of the first.
wow.
It's
That,
like it's
that's so
like
far truth for me. Like, I'm not crazy because if I was, my ex-husband should be 6 feet under by now, but he's not.
what?
It's a lot
Yeah.
of people that really should be gone at my hands, but they're not. So that proves that I have all my marbles in the bowl.
Well, they say that about Scorpios too, like very different people.
I know I always got along with Scorpio. I always have. Well, I think
Yeah.
that, well, according to the astrology, they're both fire signs, so that could be why. I also attract a lot of people that's Aries. That's also a fire sign.
Well, Scorpios are water signs, and I
Oh, no, Scorpio's water sign. My bad.
think Aries are like an air sign. So typically, I think with Sagittarius, y'all are like the fire signs.
Mm-hmm.
So y'all are very energetic, very bold, very
Yep.
passionate people. So I'm gonna give you some quick facts about Sagittarius people to kind of better understand yourself, right? So it looks like Sagittarius starts from November 22nd to December 21st. And your element, of course, we know is fire sign. And then your symbol, do you know your symbol for the
Yeah.
Sagittarius?
Half man, half horse thing.
Yes.
I don't know
So
what they're.
it's the archer. They call it the archer.
Oh, now one thing I can say is that I aim at my intended target and I shoot. So
You know what?
whatever I
That's so
get,
funny because that's what I researched. So it says that y'all typically aim, target for the things that you want to do in life, that kind of thing. But
yeah,
yeah, that's true. The archer.
I can
Um,
say that's true about me. I'm a goal oriented person, and
yes.
problem when I don't meet my goal, we're gonna find a way to meet my goal because that's what's in my head. That's what I plan to do, and I want to carry it out. It's almost like somebody starting a sentence and not finishing it. You
Yeah.
want to know what's going to happen, and it's going to irritate your soul that you don't know what's going to happen because they stop talking. Like when people be like, "Oh, I want to tell you something," then they be like, "No, I ain't gonna tell." Don't do that to me. I'm gonna be irritated with you because now it's gonna be in my head. What were they gonna say? What were they gonna do? Like
Yeah.
what? Wow! Like it's gonna plague my mind until you tell me. It's gonna irritate me. So just go ahead and tell me. Don't leave me. I don't like being left in suspense. I don't like that.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
anyway,
I forgot to mention that for my audience, this is my cousin. So I pretty much know a little bit about her as a person. So
mhm.
like some of the facts that I'm going to say about her sign, some of it may be true, some of it may not be true. So I will kind of like dive into that too. And you can also let me know if you feel like there are some things that are not accurate about you.
Hmm.
'Cause not everything is 100% with
Right.
astrology. So
Right.
it's for fun, right? So your ruling planet is Jupiter. Have you noticed anything about that?
No,
So
no.
each sign has their ruling planet. My ruling planet is Venus. So like the planet is known for like love. Your
So I wonder
ruling
what.
planet is known for luck, growth, abundance, and big blessings. Jupiter is the biggest planet of the solar system. So
Yes, I
yeah,
are.
it's a, big abundance. Just think about abundance,
Hmm.
with Jupiter. And then you're a mutable sign as well. So
What does that mean?
mutable means you are adaptable or flexible.
I
So
am.
like you're probably the type of person that can adapt to different things in your life
Mm.
easily.
Right.
Like, I'm a fixed sign, so I like routines and things to not change too much. Like, I tend to get, like, anxiety when things change and it's not, part of my routine. Like, if things get off track, I'll be like, "Oh my gosh, I need to fix it so it'll go back to my normal routine," you know? But someone like you'll be like, "Oh, I can adjust to that. I can deal with this." Like, that's what they mean by mutable sign.
So that is not a lie. It with me, it depends on what it is that I'm adapting to. Because if
Okay.
it's that is I'm completely against, oh, you ain't gonna get me to adapt to that.
Yes. That's what I was saying, like, with that's why we're doing the whole birth chart thing because people don't realize that, okay, you may be a Sagittarius, which is your sun sign, but your moon may be something else, and it could make you into a your personality can be shaped because of these different signs underneath
Got
your
it.
birth chart. You see what I'm saying? Um, so your key traits as a Sagittarius is adventurous, optimistic, funny, honest, independent, and a big dreamer.
Yep,
And
that's true.
the typical likes of a Sagittarius is traveling, learning new things, deep conversations, exploring new ideas, adventurous, full of life, loves freedom, and honesty. And it said like it was like some kind of it mentioned on the side, brutally honest, with an exclamation point. And I was
That's
like,
fact. Okay, because the thing is, how can you grow if you're not being honest?
exactly. Yeah.
How can you grow as a person? How can you grow in your friendships, relationships if you're not honest?
Yeah.
Even relationships, you got to be honest. Even when it's hard, scary, even
Yeah.
we've all, but it's important to do that if you
Yeah.
want stuff to grow, if you want things to change positively, and if you don't want to lose anyone.
Yeah.
And because I love hard, I don't know if that's in there. I love very hard.
I guess certain parts of it does say like you're full of life and you love to socialize. Like you're a social person as
I
well.
am a social
Yeah.
butterfly.
And then to continue with that, it says you're a big dreamer, always seeking truth and meaning.
I want to know the motive behind
Mm,
things. So anyone come to my life that's new, I need to know the motive behind your heart. I need to know what your reasoning is for why you want to be in my life.
mm.
What's the connection? And maybe that person may not even know yet. I'm gonna talk to God about it. That's the part where astrology can't help because I'm gonna have to talk to God about okay, what's going on with this. But yeah, motive is important to me. You know, anyone could do anything on a whim. Anyone can do anything amiss, but to do it with purpose is a whole different ballgame.
Yeah.
I want to know. I want to know what's up. And people, oh, you don't need to know. Yes, I do. I need to know everything. This is my life,
Yeah.
and not letting just anyone come in it and wreak
Yeah.
havoc. What you are doing. What is your angle? Like, is there an angle? I'm gonna find out if you are or not. So that's I don't need to take over the conversation.
No,
I
no,
gotta.
no, no, no. Say your piece. I don't care. This is what we're here for. So, I forgot to mention that you're a Christian,
Mhm.
and Christians they think of astrology as witchcraft, and it's a terrible thing to talk about, and it's like taboo, and it's like as a disclaimer, astrology is a play thing. It's a fun topic It's not something to be super serious about. So this is just, a podcast.
To have knowledge of why things are the way they are in the world.
Mhm.
As far as biblically, the reason why it's considered demonic is because He is the creator of all things. He's
Mhm.
all knowing, and He should be the source. And it's like people worship the things that were created by Him and not Him, and
Yeah, of
they
course.
that's the source.
Yeah,
Like astrology, daily readings, and all that is a source, but the real source is God. Yes,
exactly. Yeah.
He created the sun, the moon, the stars. He said, worship me, the creator, and don't worship the created thing. So that's what makes it witchcraft. That when things people go to that, they gravitate to that versus gravitating to God's word or gravitating to God's spirit or God Himself for direction and all that. They look to the stars. The stars didn't create you. The stars did not die for you. God did.
Exactly, yeah. I feel like to kind of add on to it though, I do feel like the day you were born and where you're born and all that stuff, I feel like God created the universe, God created the stars, the planets, and like the stars and the planets, they were aligned the time that you were born. It kinda makes you who you are because not everybody's born at the same time, the same day, the exact place, so it's like, it's you. You see what I'm saying? So I do
I'm
feel like there's some elements where, I mean, I don't believe that people should be like, "Oh, the star, the sun is God," or whatever. I do think that God, it obviously is the priority, right? But He created all this, including the planets, the
yeah,
universe,
He
us
did.
as humans and the animals, and you see what I'm saying? So everything
Yeah,
kinda correlates.
I believe that God is strategic. I
Mhm.
believe that He does things at certain times for certain reasons, but we don't all know the reasons. He reveals to us over time.
Yeah,
But He's focusing on all of that more than we're focusing on Him, who is the
yeah,
creator. The creator could tell you your purpose. Although that is interesting, it is interesting to read about different things, but to worship those things as if they're God, that is the problem God has with that.
exactly, yeah. So
So
you're saying,
he-
it's okay to talk about it and use it as a fun topic or a fun thing, but don't worship it like,
yeah,
you know
don't worship it. I don't claim Sagittarius as my identity. I claim Jesus Christ as my identity.
Yes, okay.
Like a
Astrology
water.
is it's just a fun thing to think about as far as possibly who you are, because sometimes there are some traits that are accurate, and then there are some that are not. So have you noticed any traits or any likes that I've explained to you that you feel like is not accurate?
This time, no, like the parts of me, the adventurous, lively, that's me. That's the
Yeah.
truth. I don't know, like when they start talking about the negative part, that's the part I need to hear because some of that stuff is true and some of it is not. So you could go and you could tell me
Okay,
about
let
that.
me let me tell you the dislikes. A lot of dislikes, but
Really?
it says your dislikes feeling trapped, clingy people, boredom, and routine. This is why I said that like Sagittarians are mutable signs because y'all don't
That's
care about routine.
because I don't like to be trapped. Like, but then people think, oh, why are you married? Marriage is not a trap. That's something I wanted.
Yeah,
When it's something you want, it's not jail. If it's
exactly. Yeah,
with the right person, it's not jail. But being trapped in a situation I feel uncomfortable in, I can't do
yeah.
it. If I'm uncomfortable, no, this ain't gonna work. No matter what it is, it's some people I had to cut off this year because I couldn't do it no more. I love you, but I gotta go
Oh
because
my
this
goodness.
don't feel right. This is uncomfortable. This is you. You know what I'm saying? I gotta go. So
Yeah,
there are some things I don't the trapped. I don't like being trapped. I don't like being confined. Like right now, right? I'm not able to do what I'm used to doing. I'm a very active person. Now my 12-year-old, your cousin, is very upset. He's very upset because he can't play football with his mom in the grass. Everyone else at work would be happy to be on workers' comp. Oh, I ain't got to do nothing at work. I'm the complete opposite. I feel confined. I feel trapped in this
yeah,
situation until we figure it out and I can get back to being me.
yeah.
So I'm not a person that like to be trapped. So yes, I do agree with a lot of that.
I feel like that too. Like I don't like being trapped in a situation that I'm not enjoying as well. But I do like routines, you know? That's probably the difference between you and
Not
I. I love routines because I'm
me
used to
with the,
it.
I think that's kind of because some routines I'm fine with.
Yeah.
Something I'm okay with. Being a mom, it can be sporadic, as you know, but other times it can be routine. Being able to see my husband when he comes home from work, that's a routine. I love it. Children, they come home from school, sitting down with them, helping them with them, stuff like that. Repetitious, certain repetitious things I'm fine with in it, and it doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
But some things it gnaws me to sleep, and I can't do it. Can't. But
Yeah, I
yeah,
do tend to get burnt out when I'm doing something over and over, like cooking. I guess because I hate cooking.
it's not your
I
thing.
think that's yeah, it's not my thing,
It's
so
not.
of course I'm gonna be
Don't,
like, "I don't like this routine." But there are
not a
some
good.
routines, like, if I enjoy it, I wanna keep doing it, you know what I mean?
Right.
So I totally agree with that. But most of the time, I gotta have a routine because when things are off
Not,
balance, it's like my
yeah. You
anxiety
have
takes over. I'm like, "No, this is not how it's supposed to happen." Like, this
right
is not a normal thing for me. So, yeah, with you, you're okay with, adjusting to stuff,
certain things.
certain
Depending,
things. Yeah.
everything is for me with adjustment is conditional. It depends on the condition. It depends on what it is, who it is, what the situation is for me to want to adapt to it.
Yeah. Okay, and then, they included some a life motto. So, like, if you're a Sagittarius, this is probably what your motto would be. It says life motto, "Don't fence me in," or "Life's on adventure." So, do you feel like that's your life motto, or do you have, like, your own life motto?
I never really thought about it.
I guess my life motto would be, like, "I desire love around me."
That's a good one. I like
Yeah.
that.
'Cause, like, if I love somebody, I love hard. And
Me too.
Scorpios, like, we're known for being very loyal, uh, but at the same time possessive.
Yeah, that's me too. That's why divorce was so hard for me. That's
Yeah,
one reason it was really, yep, it was really hard. And detaching from people you love is hard.
yeah,
You really feel this way. You don't want to feel this way. You don't want to have to start over with somebody new. That
exactly.
hard. So I understand what you mean.
Yeah.
But that's, I don't know if that's in the Sagittarius thing, but I love hard, and it does, it's not something I do with everybody. Yeah, you got to be a real special person for me to never want to detach
I
from you.
I think I saw something like that. We'll talk about it, like, a little bit later on, but I think I did see something in your birth chart. I don't know if it was under your moon sign or your sun sign, but I saw something about how you are with people. So
Mm,
we'll dive into that later. And then, like, I always go through, like, celebrities with people, like, your sign, like, what sign you share with different celebrities. So the celebrities with Sagittarius signs are Taylor Swift,
really.
Nicki Minaj,
I can see
Jay-Z,
Nikki.
Miley Cyrus,
I can see.
and Chrissy Teigen. I think she's John
Oh, I don't.
Legend's yeah, John Legend's wife.
That's John
Yeah,
Legend's wife. Uh, but I can see that because she's very lively. But I don't like her
she's
like that.
very lively, yeah, full of life.
She,
She's always
she's full of life, but she's against having life be there though. It's such a contradiction.
yeah, yeah, those are the people you share,
That's amazing.
your sun sign with, yeah. Okay, so your spiritual vibe would be always searching for deeper meaning, which is faith, philosophy, and life purpose are the big themes for a typical Sagittarius. So, like
True.
you being a Christian and everything, I mean, that's your faith. That's your purpose is to follow uh God's word, and that kind of goes with what Sagittarius would do, which I mean, it's not just a Sagittarius thing, obviously. I mean, there are people who are not Sagittarius that follow God and, believe in God and have faith, but y'all are typically very faith, so
Mm,
that kind of goes well with how you are now.
yeah. I mean, but since a child, like my gift of seeing things that are spiritual being able to see. I did not understand that as a kid, and it was scary. It was
Yeah.
terrifying
Yeah.
because I didn't know how to operate my gift or how to manage it or how to deal with it. It was scary. You don't really know why
Yeah.
you're seeing this coming off of people. You don't know why you're seeing things, and I was like, well, maybe something wrong with me. But then over time, I found out that's just a gift, and some stuff I see is really not to really say, but to pray about, to cover
Yeah.
somebody, prayer about, intercede for them in the spiritual realm, fast for them, stuff like that. It's not always to say everything that you see. It's not really using wisdom because some stuff people ain't gonna understand when you tell them. They're gonna think you're crazy. So it's better to use yourself. Lest the Lord is
Yeah.
leading. If the Lord is leading you to do so, then that means
Yeah.
they're prepared for it. If
Mhm.
He's leading you to do it, their heart will be prepared for whatever you're about to say. But just going all willy nilly like these psychics, that's why psychics are demonic because they have a gift, right? Let me explain that real quick.
Oh,
They have a
goodness.
gift
You're about to
from God.
start a war here.
Yeah, I know it, but they'll be all right because it's coming from a good place. They have a gift that came from God, but they don't give God no credit. They take it like they gave themselves the gift and they use it to tell God don't some stuff we don't need to know.
Yeah.
Some stuff we need to know, and they want to tell everything, but they only know things in parts. Meaning you only know things a little piece of the puzzle. You don't see the whole picture. That's why there's psychics and mediums. And on the good end of it, they would be prophets and prophetess. But on the
I was gonna
evil,
mention that, like, there are some people who are prophets and
yeah,
prophetess that will tell
you're,
you about
yeah,
your future. Like, I've had someone, in a church, well, I didn't go to the church, but it was more like
mhm,
this person was having sermons in their house or whatever, and this lady
mhm.
stopped me when I was leaving. She was like, "You're gonna make a lot of money like, writing a book. Like,
Why
you're
you
gonna be
think
a
I?
millionaire."
Why you think I said
And I
that?
was like I looked at her
See,
like, "What?
yeah,
What do you mean? Like, I don't even write books. Like, I don't even know how to write a book or even
it,
start."
it'll be a story. It'll be your own personal testimony,
Yeah.
which is different. You can write about yourself, so keep
Yeah,
that
like a
in mind.
memoir or, like, anything you wanna write about. So, when she said
Right.
that, I was confused. I was like, "What? Really?" I guess I had mixed feelings about it because I was like, "How can she tell me about my future? Like, she don't even know me." Like, that was, like, my first time meeting this, and I was just like, "I'm gonna be a
Word to you.
millionaire because of a book? Okay, maybe one
Yeah.
day, I don't know." That was, like, what, 8 years ago?
Mm-hmm.
7, 8 years ago when she told me that. She looked very
Yeah.
serious. She
Yeah.
was very serious, like, she had to stop me to tell
He's a
me that.
spirit who's people to get his work done.
Yeah.
And he's and she has a prophetic gift, able to see things with certain people. I have the gift too, just not in that same way. God uses everyone in different ways. But on the evil side, they will be considered warlocks and witches and mediums. On the good side, God's side, they're because the gift comes without repentance, meaning you don't have to repent to God and turn your life over to God to use your gift, because your gift comes the minute you are conceived because God placed it there. Where it becomes evil is when you take credit for what God has done and you make yourself your own God as if you did it and you know the future and everything. No, you know things in part. You know what God reveals to you,
Yeah.
and that's it.
I mean, that's what she
They,
said. She said, "God told me that you would be a millionaire because of this book." And I was like,
mm-hmm.
"God
So
told you
please
that? Oh,
do it.
really?"
Take him at his word, cuz. Please do it. Start a transcript. Get it going. That's your wealth. That's part of your wealth.
Yeah, I've already started like a manuscript,
That's
uh,
one.
for a memoir actually, like, but it's got some inspiration of like astrology and like my life and what I've been through. Cause like I wanna kind of give some motivation to like other women who have struggled with trauma and, just whatever, like I mentioned in my book about having issues with my parents. I'm sure my parents are probably not gonna like that, but
They'll be all
um
right.
it's my life, it's my story,
Yeah,
and I'm sure there's somebody out there who's been through that before.
they are your story. It's
Yeah,
not about you. And they'll have to be okay with that. I love
yeah.
y'all.
Okay, so here's some bad traits of Sagittarius people. So,
Hmm.
don't think that this is accurate or whatever. I mean, you can tell me which ones are true.
Okay, that's what I do.
So it says short-tempered, which over that later on because, like, I did find some on your birth chart where it says short tempered.
Honestly, that's true. But the thing is, what they don't tell you is if you choose self control.
Yeah.
Cause see,
Uh,
that's I had to condition myself. Like this self discipline is extremely important.
yeah.
That doesn't have to be your short temperedness or your lacking in your personality doesn't have to be you. That
Mhm.
depends on your choices. I choose to choose peace because I've been through enough hell. I've been through enough fighting in my life, enough abuse that I didn't want
Yeah.
to be the very thing that hurt me. So
Yeah.
we choose self control over a bad temperament. If I feel myself getting that angry, I'm about to walk off. I'm gonna walk off. I'm gonna go paint something on the canvas. And if I ain't got no paint to paint nothing, which I don't right now because your cousin is destroyed by paint, I'm just gonna go take a walk.
I only get upset or angry when I'm getting pushed. Like, I have to get pushed all the
Yeah,
way out of my
yeah,
boundaries to get
that's what I'm
angry.
saying. That with
Like,
me, that's it. Like it don't just happen. Little things get me angry. Like, "Rah." No,
yeah.
you me into a corner like a cat. You know what happens when you push a cat into the corner?
Especially if I already told you, like, I don't like
Mm-hmm.
that. Please, kind of refrain from that. And you still disregard or you don't even try. Like, that's what makes
That right
me
there
that's
pissed
what
me off.
that's when the angry actually comes out. I don't
Right.
know. I don't know if that's part of the Scorpio trait or whatever. I'm pretty sure it is, but like, yeah, you have to push me to get to that point.
Well,
Uh,
that's where I'm at with it because this I'm telling you, all of the stuff that don't happen to me by another person's hands, all of the fake people that come in my life and try to screw me over half after I've extended my heart, my time, even opened my home. I had all kind of stuff happen, and they never got what they deserved from me because what they deserve, I would have been in jail. I would have been.
Scorpios, we're known for retaliation. Like
Yeah,
like
see,
if you cross the line, like
retaliation.
we
I
either
wanted to
hope
retaliate.
that something bad happens to you, or we'll do that for you. But which I don't do that. I don't do the whole retaliating thing. Like
Yeah,
as far as like doing something, make something bad happen to you. But
right.
like in my mind, I'd be like, okay, karma is gonna get them eventually.
Yeah,
It's gonna
it,
come
God,
eventually. I'm gonna sit and wait.
Avenger. God said I'm the greatest Avenger, and no one
Yes,
can do it better than God.
yes,
So I be telling people, I said, all right, now there's not one person that screwed me over ever got away with it, and that's the truth. And it's like I don't even mean to find the stuff out. I don't be wishing nothing bad on nobody because I don't want nothing bad to happen to me. So
yeah,
I'm not nothing bad, even on my worst enemy.
yeah.
Pray for it because God
I
says,
don't know, low key, I
let
be wishing something bad happened to you because I just be so angry. I want something bad to happen to you, but I'm
yeah,
not gonna
yeah.
do it. I'm not gonna do it for you.
Actually,
Like I'm just
looking
gonna let I'm just gonna
for
let it let nature and environment do it for you. It's like, you know
I
what I mean?
Me, I bless because God says in his word, bless, don't curse your enemy. Those
Yeah,
who use you and persecute you. Because you know what, how you can get back at them, you get back them with love, and that heaps
yeah.
a big wad of hot coals on their head. The word says it. I
You
as
mean
soon as I
like
found,
kill them with kindness? Yeah,
because it does work. They don't understand how you could just be so because it ain't my job. God got this. I ain't got to worry about it because I'm gonna find out without even looking for it.
like, my best revenge is showing you that I don't need you and I can be successful without you. Like, some people, like, they
Exactly.
hate that. They hate when you
Yeah,
actually
they
do
want you to be
better.
in a loves company. Yeah.
Yes. That's my best revenge right there. Like, I don't even have to
Right.
do anything. I can just show you, like,
Because number one, I got a lot to lose. I
yes.
can't. If I go to jail, I'm gonna lose my kids, my marriage, my home. I don't have and my freedom. And you know I like freedom.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Yeah.
ain't got time for you to ruin my life just for me to get back at you. I'm gonna let the world, I'm gonna let God, I'm gonna let them take care of you. And I'm gonna
Yep.
take care of mine.
Yep. So
Yeah.
another bad trait is clumsy.
Yes, I am clumsy. And you know what's funny? I get irritated with myself when I fall or drop something or hit. You should have seen me my first week at FedEx. That was something else. All my legs was bruised up. I kept bumping into
You
stuff.
done really, like, showed your true colors.
Yes. Girl, listen.
Wow. It just says
Yeah,
that with you being clumsy, like, you often struggle to follow a strict routine, that kinda thing. I guess that's what they meant by
sometimes.
clumsy or whatever. I
Like for instance, I love like I always wanted to do the modeling thing. I was so inspired by your modeling section of your life.
Aw.
I wanted to connect with you on that and do it, but I kept thinking about the runway. I said I wouldn't last 2 seconds.
Well, you can still be a model and not do the runway thing. Like, you could just do,
Do the pictures and
photography and stuff like that. And then another bad trait, arrogance, which
oh
I
no,
don't know, I don't really
no,
see that with
that's
you. Like, smartness,
Eric.
attractiveness, and intelligence are a few of the many good qualities that Sagittarians are blessed with. Often still the limelight and are the center of attention. Subconsciously, this can lead them to offer uncalled for advice to others and make them come off as arrogant. You know what? There is a perfect example. I have a coworker, I'm not gonna say her name, but she's a
Mhm.
Sagittarius, and she be always trying to give you advice, and she is so, like, into herself. Honestly, all of my coworkers, most of them are Sagittarius. I don't know what
Wow.
it is, but they all have that same arrogant trait. I don't get that. It's like they have to
Do
be
you see that
the
with
center
me?
of attention. I don't get that. It's
You
like
see that with
see it with you. What? I don't like you don't seem like an arrogant type.
what people don't know about me. Well, you know, I struggle with my self esteem. What people think, like for
Yeah.
instance, I always get people that, oh, you think you all that. I wish you knew what was going through my head about me. I wish you could see inside my head.
But
I
I
struggle.
think people do that is because like deep down inside, like especially in a working environment, you kind of have to show confidence because if you don't show confidence, like people can eat you alive in a workplace
That's true.
and use that as your weakness. So some people use that as a coping mechanism,
Oh,
to
you
stay
know what?
afloat, to be at the top, you know what I mean?
Hmm.
So maybe
Now I
that's why I see
really
that.
work on that though. I do. So you're right about that. But I don't I want it to be a balance because I never want to come off like that. I can't stand an arrogant, prideful spirit. That turns me as far as people.
Yeah. So I can't date
Especially
Leos.
on a man.
That's
Especially on a man. Chauvinistic attitude. Get away from me with that. Cause no.
yeah.
Cause who are you, God's gift to everything? No, you're not. We you know that's how you want to go off with people. But I really I try to find a balance. I love people. I don't want to make no one feel inferior to me or nothing like that or make them feel small because I know what it feel like to feel small. I've always been on the other side of it where I'm
Yeah.
being made to feel like crap. So I don't ever want to project that on another person if I
Yeah.
can help. Now some stuff may be unintentional that I've done, but please let me know and I'll correct it.
And that's what I
You
was
know,
gonna say. Maybe it's unintentional for some people. Like they don't realize they're being super self-centered and arrogant. Because I know sometimes I can get like that too. But a lot of times I try to stay humble around
but
people.
every human is guilty of a little bit of it.
Yeah. Like I mentioned earlier, like that's why I can't stand dating Leos because Leos are like the worst when it comes to like arrogance. I don't know
I
what
can
it is, but
add,
they
yeah,
have to be the center of attention. They have to be the one that's receiving and not giving.
I know a
So,
few. I
yeah, so
know
I was just like, but
it seems very,
Sagittarius, I can see
yeah.
that too, but I just don't see that in you. Like, I guess because maybe I'm not around you all the time to see it.
I mean, it's not really, I'm the complete opposite of that. Like, I'm that person who just, oh, I'm better than you. Just like this pompous attitude. Like, that's just not, I hate that spirit.
Yeah, that unwanted advice type thing.
Yeah, like, I
Like
love
I've
giving it
had that happen to me at work, and I'm like, I don't care for that advice, but thank you. Like
based on if someone wants help and they want advice. I try not to give an opinion unless they ask for the opinion. Now, sometimes I could be opinionated. If it's a need for an opinion to be made because somebody just being stupid, you just
yeah.
doing I gotta speak. Like I'm not the person to be quiet when there is a need.
Another bad trait, inconsistent. I don't know your
Be in,
lifestyle as far as like how
I
you
can't
work
because
with things.
I could be inconsistent because I get distracted easily, and that could just be my ADHD. but I'm a very, oh, look at that. Let's go do this. Oh, I
Yeah.
know. Let's go. But you just have to have a balance. I have been inconsistent with some things. When I'm real stressed out, it's hard for me to focus and stay consistent with certain things that I know I need to do, and it be on my mind to do it. But I be so drained.
Yeah. I
Fine,
guess
but
because, like, as a Sagittarius, you're always looking for new experiences or new things, and you always have new ideas. Like, maybe one thing you're just, like, doing it, but then you find something else, and you're like, "Oh, I wanna try this now," you know?
and then I end up
Um,
bogging myself down with too many things, and that's how inconsistency can happen when you commit yourself to too many things at one time, which I'm
yeah.
guilty of doing.
And then the other one is overconfident. I just
Nah,
don't see
that like
overconfident.
I'm the complete opposite. I'm trying to work on my confidence. I'm trying to work on being confident more.
Yeah.
Um, versus over. I wish I could be at the place where I didn't have to work on confidence, but I've been working on it. Half my life. I've gotten a lot better. But yeah, overconfident. I wish I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm underconfident.
Another one is emotionally cold, which I've never
Oh,
seen
no.
you be cold towards anybody. Like, I just don't.
Oh, they just ain't never. Y'all ain't never. I don't want you to ever see that side, sweetheart. You honest. Like you have to do some real evil to me for me to be that way, and I've only been that way twice. But they did some real horrible things to me. A person that took advantage of me. Yeah, I was like that with that person.
Yeah. I just never seen that in you. Like, even when we were kids, I've never seen that. So
No,
I was like,
because
emotionally cold? What?
yeah, I'm not. You're my loved one. I'll never be that way with you. But someone that did some stuff like the one girl. I don't know if I mentioned to you that I had staying with me for a little bit, and she screwed me over. That situation, yeah, I was cold to her. I can be cold if you do something is gonna make me mad, like really hurt me, cut me deep, or you will f around and find out. As they,
So, like, I'm just gonna focus more on your sun sign and your moon sign as far as like your results and everything, since we don't have your time of birth. So it said under your sun sign, it says she is good, idealistic, enthusiastic, warm-hearted. She is independent, having a taste for travel and freedom. She is curious and fair-minded. And it says possible issues. She is
go
too adventurous, may leave things to chance, may take risks which cause problems. She is rebellious and sometimes tactless when offering opinions.
sometimes I've worked on my tech. No, because
Yeah.
sometimes I'm brutally blunt, honest, like we talked about earlier. And some people they get like, dang. Well, I'm sorry to hurt your feelings, but X, Y, and Z. But I'm learning how to. That's why I said I'm learning. I've learned how to come in the right spirit when I give advice, so I don't hurt nobody unintentionally. Because it can happen. Because I'm a blunt person, and some people they come in like even today. I was on my broadcast on Bigo, and I was real blunt with this person, and they just didn't know. Oh, you're so mean. I'm not mean. I'm just assertive, and I'm very direct. And excuse me if you like these passive ass women. I'm sorry, I'm not. Some stuff don't need to be harsh because some people can't handle that and that could hurt them.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
and some stuff has to be harsh because some people just need the plain out truth. Because if you don't tell them exactly like it is without the sugarcoating, they ain't gonna understand. They ain't gonna get it. But there's some
Mm,
people that handle the truth. You just in the way you say it, their hearts are fragile, and you just got to be careful. You don't want to hurt,
exactly. Yeah.
you know, or make things worse.
And then some of the key traits that it said under your results for your sun sign, it says she is naturally and genuinely empathetic,
Mm-hmm.
compassionate, and intuitive. Her observations and insights are unique, fascinating, making her an original and helpful guide. She has a gentle nature that picks
Mm-hmm.
up on subtle cues from her environment. And it also
Right.
says she is creative, ambitious, and ready to transform or improve matters. She benefits from her willingness to improve, reform, and change. She has determination and willpower and can readily turn around a situation.
That's true.
Yeah, and you did mention, like, you're always improving yourself,
I'm
you
trying.
know?
I mean, I screw up just like the rest of us. I
Yeah.
fall face, but you just got to get up. You just got to keep going. And there are times I have sat down in it, wallowed in it, self pity, "Oh, woe is me." But at some point you got to get up because while you're doing that, world's still going, everything's still going on, and kids still need you, and husbands still, and you just need yourself, and you can't just give up on everything. You just gotta keep going, even when you're tired, you want to give up. It's just not in me to give up, even when I want to, even when I feel like just, oh, I'm tired, God, I don't want to do this no more. You know,
I have
God's
a
like,
hard
okay.
time doing that. I'm just like, I wanna stick to my routines, and I don't wanna change for nothing, and sometimes when I have to change, I'm like, "Oh my gosh, why do I have to do this? Like, do you hate me or something, God? Like, what's going on?" Like,
No,
but it's
it's
a good thing to change, some things have to be changed.
yeah, change. Some change is good.
Mhm.
Change can be good. Change can help you thrive. Change can help you grow. Change can help you transform your mind. And but everything takes time. Like don't rush the process. I'm guilty of trying to skip the process and then have to
It
start
does
over.
say you're impatient, so
Yeah, I am.
but I'm impatient too, so I
Oh
see those
God,
qualities in
that's
me.
the biggest lessons. Oh Lord, but I've been
Yeah.
working. I've been working on it because when you have to end up starting over because you tried to skip it.
It don't really work like
Yeah,
that.
it don't because you're gonna have to take the test again until you pass it. So
Exactly.
so I don't have to keep taking this test. We just gonna learn the first time. So we ain't got to keep taking this, and then I have to be patient some more because I done messed up the first 2, 3 times.
Ah,
But
and
it
then
is doable. It is doable. Patience is doable. Don't ask God for patience because all He gonna do is give you more tests. Don't ask Him. Just get through it. And when you feel impatient, you pace yourself.
yep. Mhm.
You just try to distract your mind, but make sure the distraction is a positive distraction and not a negative one. You know, there's a way around that when we start feeling like we want it. Because with me, when I want to be distracted, because it's a task that's challenging, then I
Yep.
want to distract myself with
Yep.
stuff. So to counteract that, I'll find a distraction that still has to do with that, but that will help me be patient. Let me go find something positive that is in the same path as this right here, so I can handle this right here.
Yeah.
So that's how we do that. We in this together. It's gonna be all right. We in this together.
Yeah. All right. Well, so let's talk about the results of your moon sign. And
Okay.
the moon sign is basically your inner self. And we already
Mhm.
found out that it's Aquarius. So it says she is sociable, intelligent, and lucid. Thanks to great sociability, she has many friends. She is modern, original, inventive, nonconformist, and is likely to bring new life to everything she does. And then it says potential issues. She is eccentric with sharp mood swings, complex love life.
Ah, well, we're gonna be honest. My life has been very complicated. It has been. It's gotten smooth since getting remarried, but it can get complicated again. So we're gonna keep praying. At times it does get complicated with a new marriage, new person, having to adjust to this person and their moods and yes, mood swings. The older I get, I don't know what this is. They said I'm not going through menopause yet. I'm 42, so this I don't know. It could
I
just be me.
mean, I think it comes with age. Yeah, like you definitely
Yeah,
get set in your ways.
I better not be
You
menopause. We want
know.
to have a baby. We want to have a baby. I don't want menopause yet.
Yeah,
Menopause.
exactly.
And if I have to go through what my mama went through, I don't want menopause at all.
Yeah, yeah. My mom, she went through it too, early
God,
on. Like she
and
was
she had to get a hysterectomy, so I was like, oh, I don't want it.
yeah, yeah. My mom got it, early on. Like, I mean, I'm 30, almost 38, and I'm still good, but in that department. But yeah, menopause can be hell on
Scary
earth
from what I
for
be
some
hearing.
people. Oh my
I'm
gosh,
like,
I'm
no,
so hot. Like that's
I'm
the
glad
main
you called.
thing that women say. Is like I'm super hot, like I'm about to burn up, and it's like 69 degrees or 50 degrees in the
Because
house.
inside of inside of them, they feel
I'm about to freeze to death, and you're saying you're hot. on? Like, that's nuts.
You man, we won't know until we get to that point. I ain't even ready
I
for
don't even
it.
wanna know. I hope I don't ever have to go through that.
But
Like, I
told me
know it's
it's like
coming, it's just
a
scary.
lady told me it's like being a hot tub on the inside. It,
Oh my gosh, that sounds
I,
terrible.
oh my God. She said her ears were hot. I said, oh, I want to
Dang.
know. I don't even want to know. But yes,
Yeah,
I do. I can't. I have had a very complicated love life, mostly because it's been one sided. Like I pour everything out and don't get it back, or they pretend
yeah.
and find out that's not really what it is, or they waste your time and waste your life. So that's what I've always had to deal with.
You know what's
What
so
was?
interesting? Like,
Mhm.
your birth chart can reveal who your soulmate is. I forgot where you have to look at, but since we don't have your time, so, like, on my under my birth chart, because I did look it up, like, I did the actual, like, calculation or whatever, it said that someone who's Aquarius is my soulmate, and I was like, I can't stand Aquarius people, like, because 'cause they're such loners, like, they don't like, clingy people, and I'm a clingy person.
My husband is a Capricorn,
Yeah,
and he's always been a loner. He's used to doing things alone. He's not used to affection like this.
yeah.
He don't know what to do with it.
My
like,
husband, he's like, "Oh my gosh, you're, like,
like
attached to
shut
my
up.
hip." Like,
I said you married a loving. I like to kiss, hug. You gonna get over it. You want to watch your little
yep.
program? A program while I kiss your neck. It's gonna be all right today.
I told him, I was like, "You wanted to marry a Scorpio. This is what a
This
Scorpio
book
does
has
when they're in love,
to do that.
so get used to it." Like, that's it.
Exactly. I was like, you know what I'll be telling him? Remember what it was like before you met me? Okay.
Oh, exactly. Yeah.
Exactly.
It also says on your moon sign, she is frank, honest, full of vigor, and ambitious. She is strong willed and powerful at work. She is a little hard on herself, sometimes on others whose capacity for action is not as great or inherent on an
Yeah, I can guilty.
emotional level, craving action or activity.
That's true. Everything's true.
Yeah.
Um, I now as well as far as being hard on other people, like if you don't reciprocate, hell yeah, I'm gonna be hard on you. Cause why I'm pouring all this in and you ain't pouring nothing back. I got a problem with that because
Yeah,
I've
my
had that.
husband's like that too.
Like, come
Yeah.
on, man. Like, is this a relationship or is this a one way? Because if this
Yeah.
is a one way, I'm about to get off this one way and leave you by yourself. Whether in a friendship, relationship, I'm gonna leave you by yourself if you don't meet me halfway. Because I'm not doing it's exhausting. Because I'm an empath. I'm an empath too. So I can feel everything very deeply. So if you're not pulling, I'm pouring all of this in because I see where there's a need. Now you gonna pour
Yeah.
in what I've emptied out or what? Because I'm tired.
Yeah. When I see someone crying or whatever, like, I think I'm an empath too. Like, I be crying with them.
Yeah.
I don't want to cry because I have like this weird ugly cry, and like I don't
To
like
you
for
is
someone to see that with me. So I just be like, "Don't cry, Ashley. Don't cry, Ashley." Like, I can feel the pain, with that person. I'm just like, or
yeah,
like if
that
I look at a news article and I see that something bad happened to a person, especially a child, I just be like so upset as if that's my child, or
yeah.
that's me. That could have been me. So your key traits, it says she is frank, honest, optimistic, and generous. She likes good cooking and other creature comforts. What?
Interesting. I don't know what creature comforts those would be, but
I think it meant like creative or something. I don't know. Her friendships
oh
are sincere. She is smart and knows how to surround herself with the right people. Which you did say you
yep.
had to cut people off, so
Hell yeah.
true. She is appreciated at work, usually well liked and comfortable, seeing the bright side slash humor, especially in the mundane. She is fair, always seeking the truth. And then also says there can be some reluctance about becoming a parent, but once taken on,
Yeah, I was scared
these
about
people don't
that.
take their responsibility lightly. That I don't think that's true. Like, whatever.
Like I mean, when I first became a mom, I was terrified. I was
Who
scared.
isn't terrified when you're
I was
when you're a
scared.
parent for the first time?
But
I
it's
would
like after
I
that,
was
I
terrified
it
too.
like riding a bike. Like it was like riding a bike after the first child. I was fine. If anything, I'd be more scared about the labor because I don't know how my body's gonna act with all of the pre-existing conditions I've had. So I don't know about that.
And it says, she has changeable moods. A reserved character can be stubborn and may lack assurance. Her relationship with a guardian may have been difficult, or early family life was challenging in some cases. There's a
Facts.
dry sense of humor, some melancholy, and exaggerated realism. It says the love life may be riddled with emotional scenes, jealousy, and possessiveness because she attracts intense partners. There can
Mhm.
also be big expectations of a partner or partnership.
Hmm.
You did mention, that you had to cut people off because they didn't meet you halfway or they just didn't meet your expectations.
At all.
You know,
Facts.
you've been through a previous divorce. So, you
Yep.
know, So I just have like a few questions. Okay, so first off, how do you feel about being a Sagittarian?
I feel great about being me. I feel great about that.
Yeah. So
Um,
like, do you feel like some of the traits have made you feel proud to be a Sagittarian or Sagittarius or whatever?
what I do is the stuff that isn't right, isn't true about me. I prove them wrong. That it isn't true about me. This is really me right here. This ain't my full identity.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is who I am right here. You know what I mean? So I'm just do my best to be myself and get to know myself every day and find out the things that need to change about me. And do it. That's
Yeah.
it.
Okay. So they say Sagittarius are super honest, right? So on a scale of 1 to 10, how honest but funny are you when you're giving advice?
Both. Depending on what it
Like
is.
would you so like I guess 0 not so honest or like
Oh
10
yeah.
like really honest, like top tier honest?
I'm top tier honest because we just gonna call it what it is. Like, what's the point of beating around the bush? For what? Like,
Yeah,
you
you
know,
you do give me some honest advice. Like I'm sure if
I
I'm
try
wrong about
to
something,
with
you'll be like,
that's
"Hey, like,
I don't want to be a hindrance to you. I want to be a help. So if
yeah,
I sugarcoat it, that's not gonna help my cousin. That's not
mhm."
gonna help my friend. That's not gonna help my loved one. I want to help.
All right, so next question, if you could pack your bags and go anywhere tomorrow, where would your
Ooh,
Sagittarian spirit take you?
somewhere where there's water. I love water.
So like Hawaii or something or
Yeah.
because Sagittarius people love travel, so
And I love the water. Like I've always been a water baby since a kid. Like
like you know how like some people they live just by traveling everywhere. I think I watched a girl on YouTube that's all she does is travel to different countries.
that's
Like
what I want
that's
to
her
do.
goal is to visit every country in the world. And I'm like super
Because my
tiring.
goal is to go and have a vacation by myself. I've never been on vacation alone, and I'm
See
gonna
how
do it.
people can go on vacation by themselves. I'm just not that's
I'm
not
gonna
for
go.
me.
I'm gonna have what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make sure I have an air tag and make sure I have the
Yep.
things that keep y'all be able to know where I'm at. I'm gonna make sure I tell everybody where I'm at, what hotel room I'm in, all of that great stuff. I'm gonna be smart, but
Yeah,
I
exactly.
want to enjoy life. I don't feel like we should be in jail.
Do you
I don't
even have
want.
a passport?
I got to get one. I haven't gotten one yet.
Oh my gosh, for somebody who's supposed to be a big
I
traveler,
know.
you don't have a
I know.
passport.
No, because every time I want to get one, something comes up. Some emergency comes up with the
Yeah.
kid. It always be something, and then I'm not able to do it. But
You know what? I just got my passport last year. I
mhm.
just got mine. I'm
Yeah, I'm,
38.
I'm gonna
So
get my. In fact, on my next check, I'm probably gonna go get mine. I am.
okay, so if you could rename Sagittarius to something cooler, what would you call it based on your own energy?
This is a phoenix.
Oh my gosh. Isn't the
A
phoenix
phoenix.
like a fire, like a bird that's like a bunch of flames? Okay. Well, that kind of goes with your fire energy, right? Energetic, bold.
I soar anywhere. I love.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That sounds Pretty good for a Sagittarius right there. Pick one. Are you more fiery, spontaneous, bold, earth, chill and steady, air, chatty and creative, or water, deep and emotional? Which one would it be?
I'm all of them. I'm deep and emotional being. And what was the other thing? What was the other thing? Say it again.
Fire, spontaneous and bold, earth, chill and steady, air, chatty and creative, or water, deep and emotional.
Water, deep in emotion, chatty and creative. Sometimes I can be introverted because of all the stuff that's happened in my life and things that go on in my life on the spiritual level. It could be
Yeah.
overwhelming and it makes me want to be introverted, but I'm mostly extroverted. Life makes me introverted. Certain things make me
I would say I'm more of an introvert, but I can be like an extrovert if like if it's the right environment, the right people, and the right time.
right.
Everything
Exactly.
has to be right for me to be an extrovert, but I'm more of an I'm gonna be the person that's quiet until
Right.
you start talking to me about something I like. Yeah, like I'll talk
That
to you.
makes sense. Life has made me have introvert moments a lot. Like
Mhm.
when I want to be alone, I don't want to be around people. I'm not going to answer the phone. Don't ask me to go nowhere because I'm not going.
Yeah.
I'm myself. It's just gonna be me and my husband. I'll be up under him.
Yeah,
When I
my
feel
husband, he's more like he's an extrovert, but like he can be a homebody if he wants to be. So my husband, I was like, yeah, you're definitely an extrovert. I'm an introvert. Like I don't even know how we got together because like everywhere we go, my husband can talk to anybody. Like he can make small talks with
yeah, he is
people
very
with
very
no problem. I'm like, you don't even know this person, and you act like
very
you've known this
like
person for like 10 years.
that. Yeah.
And when I make small talks, like, it's so awkward. That's why I don't even approach people like that. You know what I mean? Unless I know you and I know that
Hmm.
you're a chill person, I'll talk to you. But if I don't know you, I'm not gonna initiate nothing unless you're talking to me, you know?
For me to initiate, it had to be a reason to initiate.
Yeah, exactly.
If
My
it's a reason
husband,
for me
it
to
don't matter.
initiate a conversation, I will do it.
Yeah. Okay, so if you could have a superpower based on being a Sagittarius, what would it be?
Oh man, it's so many possibilities. Hold on. Let's see.
Well, you did say the Phoenix. I mean, don't the Phoenix have some kind of superpower? I don't know. I just never really.
No, they are very. They just their wings are strong. They keep soaring no matter what. No matter how hard the wind hits them, they're always going. They're gonna keep going.
Are you familiar with Marvel characters?
Yes, I am. I love DC and Marvel characters. What's up,
So who's that lady that has like the Phoenix? Jean Grey. Yeah.
Jean Grey?
And
Yeah,
I forgot what her I guess it's like some kind of beam or something that she like I just know that she's a mute with superhuman
I
abilities.
would
I
be
don't
a.
know what kind of ability she does, but
I ain't never fit in with nobody. I always stood out, even in high school. I ain't want to fit in. I ain't want to be part of no clique. I had one friend in high school, and I was fine with that. I
yeah.
never fit in. Like when people be like, "Oh, why you ain't never joined no sorority? For what? I don't want. I don't feel like kissing nobody
Oh,
behind.
yeah, I would never,
I would
join
never.
a sorority. I would never.
Like
I
I said,
they wouldn't
who?
even pick me anyway. I'll be like the odd one out, like, "Oh, she
Yeah.
needs to go. She's not sociable. She's not."
No. First of all, I'm not kissing nobody behind. Now that would be the part where my pride might set in.
To me,
Yeah.
it's just like a status thing. Like, it's not really to me, it's not really a big
Yeah.
deal.
It
Some
is,
people do
and
it,
I
and I'm
ain't
just like,
just like
"Okay."
that.
Like,
Care less what y'all think of me. Even when I was wayward and left home and I didn't care what nobody in the family thought. I didn't care what nobody thought about me. Like y'all can, whatever y'all want to think. God love you, but I'ma be me.
okay, next question. Do you think you're a life of the party friend or the planner friend or the let's wing it friends?
Sometimes I could be the less wing it, and other times I could be the life of the party. It depends on
Okay.
the
Yeah.
atmosphere right for me. Like for instance, I went out one night and there's something broke out, something happened at the place where we were at. I was the wing it friend at that time. We finna go. Time to
Ah,
go. Let's get it. Cause y'all about to act
I don't
stupid.
know if that's the wing it friend. I think that's more of a safety friend. Hey,
Oh well,
it's
that's time.
getting kind of intense in here. Let's go.
Yeah, because they was acting stupid. People don't know how to handle their liquor, and I was like, no, let's get out of here. We ain't got.
Yeah. I would say I'm more of a, planner friend. I like to plan stuff before
I
we
now I
go
do
out
like
or do something.
to, but I'm
I'll
not the
be I'll
plan.
be like, "This is the time we gotta be here, and this is where we're going." Okay,
I
and
want to be a part of the plan,
yeah.
a part of a plan, rather than planning. Because if I plan it, I'm gonna be overwhelmed by the planning of it, and I will probably spaz out. No, I need someone else to plan. I'll be a part of the plan.
Sometimes,
Will
yeah.
come. Yeah, I'd
If
rather
it's
do it like
overwhelming, yeah, I can't plan it, but, like, if it's something small, I'll do it. I'll plan it for you, you know?
exactly.
Question, there's this thing called Mercury retrograde,
Mm-hmm.
when communication goes crazy. Ever had a moment where everything you said or planned just flopped? And tell us why. Do you even know what Mercury retrograde is? Like, do you know
No,
what that
heck,
is?
what is
Okay, so
that?
let me explain it to you in simpler terms. Mercury retrograde comes maybe like 3 to 4 times a year. Mercury retrograde is when it looks like the planet Mercury, like when you look at the sky, right? Like, not all the stars are actually stars, some of them are planets.
Mm,
And
I did.
some people can get their telescope and actually look at the planet. So Mercury retrograde is when it looks like the planet Mercury is moving backwards in the sky from our view here on Earth.
Mm,
And it's just an optical illusion. It's not really actually going backward. Mercury isn't actually reversing, but astrology wise, people believe it messes up with communication, technology, travel plans, and decision making. So, like, when
interesting.
when the Mercury retrograde does happen, because there's a period of time when Mercury retrograde comes, you don't ever sign contracts
Really?
because of misunderstandings, miscommunications, stuff like that. Like, I've gotten to the point where I'm superstitious. Like, if I know if it's a Mercury retrograde, I don't want to sign no forms or nothing. Like, I'm like,
Oh,
I'm
but how do
waiting
you
until this Mercury retrograde goes away. Like, I've
how
even had,
do you know?
like, an ex, like, text me out of the blue. Like, sometimes people say when Mercury retrograde comes, like, sometimes your exes will text you or, like, your ex-friend or
Wow.
people randomly text you or whatever.
So
It's
people
because of
from
the
the past,
Mercury retrograde.
oh,
Or, like,
Lord,
sometimes, like, your computer may mess up, you know? People be like, "Oh
wow.
my gosh, it's a Mercury retrograde out here," or something. Just anything, any technology, any kind of communication issue, whatever. You know, so
Okay.
have you had any issues, similar issues like that? You know, and you can explain.
I did right after filing for divorce. He decides he wants to be my friend. He wants to hang out. No, we not hanging out. Ain't gonna be no hanging out. You almost killed me. I'm not hanging out with you.
You probably didn't even realize it was a Mercury retrograde going on, you know, because
Probably
at the time you didn't
out
even
of
know
his
anything
mind.
about Mercury retrograde.
You kicked us out the house, and now he want to hang out and have dinner.
Yep,
No, I'm not doing that with you. That
yep.
I feel like what probably
I'm
was.
telling you, like, when I got married and stuff, and like there was a period of time when I realized there is a Mercury retrograde period, because I look in the app, and it tells me if we're going through a Mercury retrograde. I had an ex, like, I never thought he would, like, text me or message me or anything. He messaged me out of the blue after 7 years of not talking to him. Talking about, "I'm sorry for what I did, you know, back in the day or
Yeah,
whatever, like, God
well, I
told me to
out, but
talk to
that's
you and
right.
apologize and stuff," and I was like, and I looked at the app and I it said Mercury retrograde right now, and I'm like, "This is
Crazy.
yeah, this is so random." Like, I just never thought, I mean, it was just a coincidence. I mean, you know, but they say that's how it happens sometimes. It could be your technology is all messed up, like your phone, your laptop, whatever, old friends and exes will pop up, you know,
Well, I
all
know
kinds
my
of
ex
stuff.
husband pop up no more. He done popped up and he already got rejected, so he better not pop up no more. He
What
better
I
not
did
pop.
was my husband was like, "You better press that block button." So I just
I'm
blocked him,
telling
like, you
you.
know,
Mm-mm.
because I showed it to him. I was like, "This is weird. Like, this guy just texted me out of the blue, like, after 7 years." He was like, so my husband, he took my phone and he blocked it. He just blocked it.
Right.
I didn't care. I was like, "That's what he deserves anyway. He needs to be blocked anyway, so I don't care."
Right.
Like, "Thank you. Thank you for doing that." Let's see, next question. Imagine you could design your own constellation in the sky. What would you draw to represent yourself? You know what
Flame.
constellations are, right?
Yes. I would make a flame.
A flame? Why
A
would
flame.
you do that? Because it fire
I'm a,
seems like
I-
a lot of the stuff you're saying is, like, fire related, like
yeah, because I'm bit fire. I'm blunt. I'm bold.
energy.
Extra. Some people say I'm extra. I don't even know how they. I am a lively person,
Yeah,
and that describes who I am. I'm always excited. I try not to be so sad.
yeah.
Even when I feel sad, I try to snap out of it because I don't like the feeling of it because that's
Mm.
not who. So yeah, I say the flame. Either
Oh,
a flame,
okay.
maybe a heart because it represents love.
I was thinking that for myself, a heart, like, I would have a constellation, a heart or whatever. Yeah,
That's
that's a good answer. Sagittarius is known for always seeking truth and big meaning. What's the one thing in your life you feel totally sure about deep in your soul? It's probably a hard question, but
I'm sure about the fact that I want to shine as much of God's spirit as I possibly can and show
mhm.
as much love as I possibly can to people
Yeah.
because I'm ultimately we're the only Jesus they see.
Mhm.
I'm
That's
sure
it.
about, I want to shine His love, His light,
Mhm.
and extend His heart. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah, you're doing it right now, on this platform, and, like, you can always do a little, video about God. There are so many people, in the Christian community, they have their own little YouTube channel talking about God and, teaching people about different verses and scriptures, and, that could be your calling one day. You know what I mean?
Yep. As soon as I can just get to where I need to be, I really need to get somewhere. It's it's seriously it's a battle, sort of. But
Yeah.
no, I was just saying I am sure about that. That's
Yeah.
what I'm sure about. At times, and being a mom, I'm sure
Mhm.
about that too. Being a wife, and a mom. Sometimes that's a lot. It's
Yeah,
overwhelming,
being
but
a wife and a mom, yeah, it could get hard sometimes. I don't people don't realize, like, being a wife and a mom is it's a hard job, you
truly,
know?
it really is.
Mhm.
That's not a lie. But
Um,
so far, so good. We're surviving.
if you could teach a life class based on your experiences so far, what would the class be called?
Uh, life in session.
Life in session? Mine would be, how to bounce back.
That's a good one.
How to bounce back from something, you know? Could be
Hmm.
anything.
I say life in session because life is always going, no
Mhm.
matter what we do or don't do.
Mhm.
So we want to make it count.
Yeah.
Let's get it in
That's a good
session.
one. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yep, let's get it in session. Let's work on it because it's life gonna continue. So get in
Exactly.
and get in the race. The race gonna keep going. You got to get in there. You're gonna miss your life. Gonna miss everything because life
Exactly.
continues. No matter what, if you decide you want to stop your own life, that ain't gonna stop life from going.
Exactly.
So you got to stay. You just gotta get in there. You Coach say, go on ahead and get in there. You tell the football player, go on and get in there. That's pretty much what I'm gonna be saying. Come on, let's go.
Yeah.
Just get it. We gonna figure it out along the way. You figure out life.
Mhm.
You know.
Right. I have 2
Yeah.
more questions, and then after that, we'll be done.
Okay.
Um, do you feel more aligned when you're moving and exploring or when you're resting and reflecting?
Resting and reflecting. I had to give myself a chance to slow down because I'd be like Speedy Gonzalez. I'm
Yeah.
on the move always, and sometimes I don't give myself a chance to take a breath.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
I'm always let's get it, let's go. And at times I could do it so much that I forget to take some time to take a break or to breathe.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. At times, my spirit has to catch up with the rest of me.
Mm,
Everything got to catch up because I be
yeah.
going. But yeah,
Yeah.
relaxation, and that's important. You have to take some time to be centered
Yeah.
and figure out your next move. Don't, because I can get overzealous and I can do things rashly if I don't take time to sit and think about my next move. I can
Ah,
swim,
yeah.
and that's not okay. It's not okay right now. It's not okay. But yeah,
Yeah. I mean, I'm not always on the go, but I do prefer resting and reflecting. I have to reflect on the next step. Like, if I don't, it'll drive me crazy if I don't, you know?
understood.
Yeah. All right, last question. If you could create a holiday all about celebrating joy, dreams, and faith, what would you name it?
I would name it spectacular. I would name it
Spectacular holiday?
spec- this is the day that we go outside of our comfort zones and do what we always wanted to do but scared to do. That was good to do. It has to be.
Ah, okay.
It
So
has to be good
you would create a day that everybody challenge themselves. Like, oh, okay.
because we don't do it enough. We get scared. We get complacent because we're afraid.
Mm,
Fear suspend anything. Fear can grip anything and suspend it, and it be just like that song "Unthinkable" by Alicia Keys. It's a part where she said we're suspended in the air. We could get like that, suspended in the place that we're at and not move
yeah.
because of fear, because we've never done it before, because we're afraid of failure. I've been afraid of failure before, afraid, and I've been afraid of success. Because if I'm
Yeah.
successful in this area, what happens to my life now? I'm scared.
Like if you were to win a lottery, right?
Oh,
Like you would be scared, be like, all this
I'd be
money,
scared.
like, am I gonna screw it up? Am I gonna
Responsible. I need
is
to be
somebody gonna come after
responsible.
me? Like, since I'm a millionaire now, like
Right.
that could be scary. Yeah, it's great that you have all this money, but anything can happen to you, or
That's
or you could lose all that money within seconds, maybe based on who you are as a person, or
that is
like your
true.
spending
If you're not
habits or
responsible,
whatever.
you.
Mhm.
One thing I won't do is get on TV and telling people I won that money. They ain't gonna know.
I'll be one of those people, like, I guess it's a Scorpio in me, but, I'll wear a mask and be like,
I'm telling you,
"Put
and
anonymous on the
voice
check."
voice changer. Y'all ain't gonna know nothing.
Y'all ain't gonna know
Me, I'm
nothing. Yeah,
not
y'all ain't gonna know that I won that money. Like, Imma
I
pretend,
support it.
I
I
wasn't
don't want
even
to.
there receiving the
Right.
check.
And the ones that I want to give the money to, I'm not gonna tell them where I got the money from. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just bless them. They just gonna get a blessing out of nowhere,
Exactly, yeah.
and they may
I'll
be
be like
speculating
I'll be
how
like,
I got
here's
it.
$2,000.
I'm
Don't
gonna
ask
tell
me
them.
where I got it from, but here's $2,000." Like,
Yeah, I'm not. I don't tell you. Never tell the left hand what the right hand is doing. That's a colossal mistake that a lot of people make, and that's why some of them end up dead.
like
Because everybody want to be
some
your friend.
states
They
that
find out
have
you
the
got.
lottery and stuff, like, you have to identify yourself. Like, I feel like some of these states, they need to, like, change, the policy with that.
I said I don't have.
I feel like you should want to or
You don't
don't want
have
to.
to. Honestly, because they tell you what they want to tell you because they want to control stuff because you got a big amount of money. But
Yeah,
truthfully, the only one I have to reveal something to is the IRS. I mean, the
yeah,
IRS, the people that need to know that I got this money. Other
yeah,
than that, they'll be the first ones to get blessed. Y'all gonna get y'all money off
yeah.
tops alone,
I
and the
don't
rest of
know how Florida is, but, like, I think Mississippi, you have to reveal yourself.
that's
Stupid,
they
like
crazy. They won't get me to do it.
I may be
Who?
wrong. I may be wrong, but I don't know. But I think you do have to
Guess what
reveal
I would
yourself.
do if that's the case? I'm gonna win the money and then we leaving that state.
We're leaving. See, like once you receive the check, like you're revealed. Like I don't know.
Like,
I don't know. I've never won lottery, so I
like
don't know how it works.
confidentiality. You're not gonna tell my name. You're gonna tell my phone number. No, you not. If you want me to tell you who I am, you not gonna tell the rest of the world who I am. Cause I don't want nobody coming. Them people done got murdered in Georgia, revealing that they
Like
love
that's
one.
what I'm saying. It's like It's
They
like, why should I have to reveal myself when I could just get the check and just
because
be
I don't want the
it's like
random
some
people
people, they
calling
be like, "Oh, remember me?" I'm like, "I don't remember
and
you."
say,
Like,
no, I don't remember you, and no, you're
"Oh, I'm
not
your
my third
cousin. Remember you were." I'm like,
wife
if
removed.
I've
No,
never had an everyday experience with you, you ain't getting nothing from me. Like, I'm sorry, you're not
I'm gonna give to who I want to give to. That's why ain't nobody gonna know, and they not gonna
exactly.
know where the money came from. They gonna know that I blessed them, and that's
Yeah.
I'm gonna give my mom. I'm
Predatory.
gonna pay off my mom. What I
Connected.
do is I find out my mom a mortgage. I'm gonna pay off a house. I'm gonna pay off grandma and them house. I'm gonna pay off the house.
Pay off my debt, all my debts, every
I'm
single one of
on
them.
my dad. I'm gonna bless who I want to bless because I love them and I want them to go and conquer their dreams. I'll bless them to get their land. Go get you some property because that's the first thing I'm gonna tell anybody. Go get your property. Go ahead. You got about 4 kids. Go ahead and get your property. Go, go ahead and pay that child support off. So because they already passed 18. Go ahead and do it. All right.
So, it looks like you done brought your Sagittarius energy to this, podcast, so I really appreciate you, volunteering to be my guest. It's been
No
a
problem.
very wonderful experience. The last interview that I had was with Panda, his girlfriend, and they expressed some opinions about their relationship with astrology and stuff like that. And you
Mm-hmm.
done brought this individual experience with your life and everything. So I really appreciate you doing this.
Anytime.
It's been very fun.
That was fun. And I really appreciate you bringing me on to your podcast. I feel very loved and welcomed. And I think this is awesome. And I wish you the best with this. I pray God
Oh,
bless
thank you.
you and
Thank you so much.
multiply blessings on top blessings that He bring more guests to help you further this show. And I will be reposting when you repost.
Yes, definitely repost, share it, like it, whatever you want to do. And we can probably do this again.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed, having you as my guest. So for the audience, she will come back. So if you really enjoy her as my guest, you're welcome to like and share this video. And Melissa, we'll definitely see you next time.
All right. Bye, y'all. Bye, cousin. Love you.
Bye.
See you later.